PUA in Wisconsin and Florida gets worse as Ohio quickly improves. This is a Monday, May 18th update from LALATE. Thanks for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And today we're going to be answering all 35 of your PUA questions from Sunday's recording, which was a very well-watched video. So thank you for tuning in. And as always, tune into our live telecast after tonight's recordings are uploaded. But first, the news. Several states are suddenly turning it around, which is great. California led the state nation in really getting PUA benefits processed quickly, but other states have really been impressive. Among them, according to LALATE viewers, have been Alabama and now Ohio. Among the bad ones, though, have been Texas and Florida, which is still reporting problems to many viewers. So let's get right to your comments. Johnny Finley called SBA today and was able to talk to a Tier 2 representative, and they verified my application was processed, but still couldn't see mine still being processed. So clearly an EIDL problem. Hope it gets okay for you. Robert, SBA declined me on the EIDL. Still never pulled my credit. Turn me down. So on our PUA started in Florida March 29th, according to the website, but all the businesses are still getting turned down. Governor, our senators have still said it's being worked on. Awful. So here we have Robert Chat just 19 hours ago on Sunday reporting that Florida opened PUA on March 29th and hasn't been able to pay a penny, and the governor and senators can't figure it out. You know what? Get those people off the beach in Clearwater who work for your government and figure it out, Governor. Henry Nunez, real estate, says, thanks for all the help. Keep it real, my friend. Well, thank you, Henry. Keep us up to date with your situation. Oh, Johnny Finley, another comment. Maybe several states need to reach out to you for their communications director. I would love to do it. And, you know, the bigger issue here has been, and you've seen in the comments of this channel, have been some states really can't get their technical backbone right in processing simple things. And, you know, this is being run by unemployment. It's not being run by a new agency. Unemployment has done unemployment in states for years. So why haven't their computers not been ready to deal with this? Let me give you a backdrop, first of all, something I need to express again. If you are an independent contractor, you in most states need to first apply for unemployment and get a denial before you apply for PUA. Because you're an independent contractor, some states require you to apply for unemployment, which you aren't. You're not an employee, you're an independent contractor, and get that denial before you apply for PUA. How do you know if your state requires that? Look on your state's unemployment website. It'll say where you have to do that. If you don't do that, your application is not going to go anywhere. Then, when you get that denial, then you can proceed to PUA application. Now, to make things even more confusing for purposes of viewing this channel, some states do PUA and unemployment as one application. It is only one application in some states. Some states do it as two different applications. You simply just don't know. There is no additional application to get extension of benefits. Some of you have been asking that as well. So then when you go through and get your PUA claim filed, you will see somewhere in the tabs a tab that says the claim has been filed. Watch that tab. Do not watch U.S. mail. A lot of stuff may come by U.S. mail, but ultimately it's what's in the tab. When you look in that tab, you will see the claim is filed. Keep on signing in and signing out over the next few days until you finally see that the claim has been processed or reviewed or approved. When you see that, hopefully, that is what will tip you off to then go to the tab that concerns Certified for Benefits. Now, what you can do is look for that Certified for Benefits tab while you're waiting for the claim to process, because sometimes the claim may be approved but won't show as approved for administrative purposes. Once you can certify for benefits, that means that your claim has been approved. Now, understand this, and I've been saying this for several days, and a lot of you have finally gotten your checks and said thank you, but it's not inherently clear. Until you certify for benefits for each respective week, you don't get paid. Just because you're approved for PUA doesn't mean you get a check. You have to certify for benefits. Okay, so then you certify for benefits, that means the check is going to come to you. Lastly, there are two major issues which we address on Sunday, and we're going to repeat again today. Two major elements of payment are in some states aren't being processed. One is retroactive benefits. Benefits back to the date of impact from COVID-19. You may have applied on April 28th when PUA went live, but were impacted back in March of 2020, have not gotten those retroactive benefits. Some states haven't gotten to that. Second, raising to maximum benefits. As I've stated in this channel from day one, PUA is based upon the base level. They don't start at a higher level. They start at the base level, which every state is about 130 to 167 per week. You can look up the amount online. On top of that, federal government throws on $600 per the CARES Act from March to July approximately. The stimulus package before the Senate now proposes to put that into 2020 January. Then when you get those payments, it's at that point, not before, but at that point, then you can apply for certification. You can apply for escalation of benefits based upon your 2019 earnings. You would have to show that you made approximately, it seems to be around $30,000 per year. And if you did, then you may qualify for maximum benefits, which could be up to $300 per week on top of the $600 from the federal government, which comes to about $900 to $1,000 a week. It's a lot of money. So please follow those steps. If you need clarification, drop comments below and we'll be happy to answer them for you. So V. Kim, hey, hi, thank you so much for your videos. Well, thank you, V. Kim. I'm self-employed and getting PUAs right now. I go back to college because I can't work. Would I lose my PUA benefits if I go back to school? Great question. It actually states that on the website of your respective state. So look in there. It's actually one of the questions when you certify for benefits. Did you go back to school? So watch that. Moreover, watch our videos on, if you're going back to school, watch our videos on the HEROES Act and the second stimulus package, because they're trying to do things with student loans that are brand new. So we will stay up to date with that for you. Amari Sartari, I appreciate the time for you to help us put these through times. Quick question. I own a medical transport business. Oh, I love his question. Watch his question. I have a medical transport business and I'm a realtor at the same time. Can I apply for PUA twice with two different accounts since I lost income for both jobs? Great question. When we first went live with PUA, we had a lot of people with two things happening in their life before COVID-19 and two things impacted by it. And then they had PUA questions. Yours is the easier one. Anwari. The answer is no. You are only one person, so you only get PUA once. Now, how do you do this? Well, if they are, when you go in and you indicate that you were impacted by COVID-19, remember there's eligibility issues. The last one is whether you were unable to do your work entirely or partially because of COVID-19. So if the same answer for both, fine. That makes it even easier. Then when you go through that, you'll get certified, you get your claim approved. Then you go into your benefits payment. So at that point, you're at the minimum benefits. It's at that point it gets sort of interesting, because if you want to make a claim to raise to maximum benefits, which really hasn't come up as much of a topic in the comments of this channel, but if you want to do that at that point, then you want to think in your mind, among the realtor and the medical transport business, which one was making the most money in 2019, or even the easier is if they both appear on your personal tax return in 2019, then that's just simply easier, because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to show how much money you made in 2019. And hey, if you had those two great jobs and those two jobs are making you together on your personal tax return over $30,000, you may qualify for maximum benefits. Hopefully that answers your question. Super Coffee. Great name. Live in Arizona. PUA question. I work very part-time for Amazon, and I've also taken an LOA for April and May because my kids can't go back to school. I also have a taxable side hustle. How would one apply for PUA and unemployment? Do I do it under my side hustle or through Amazon as my employer? I'm really in really need of PUA retroactive as well as going forward. Thank you for all your information and guidance. P.S. I did get an EIDL grant, but denied a loan because of credit. So if you were denied because of credit, watch our reconsideration video. We have a special new video series on this channel on EIDL loan denial reconsideration. So please watch that. Okay, so you had two jobs, part-time for Amazon. I'm assuming you're an employee of Amazon. I mean, if you're a driver, are you an independent contractor? I don't know how Amazon does that. But, and then you had a side hustle, which I assume is independent contractor. So the answer is, I think it's a hard question, but the answer is the following. PUA and unemployment pay the same amount. So don't worry about pigeonholing one thing to PUA or pigeonholing one thing to unemployment. They both pay the same amount. I don't know if Amazon is your employer or you're an independent contractor from Amazon. Either way, if you're impacted by COVID-19 because of whatever, if you're an independent contractor for Amazon, you're PUA. If you're an employee of Amazon, you're you're a UI applicant for unemployment benefits. Same amount of money. Now, the other thing is staying home because of your kids. That unfortunately is not a grounds for unemployment or PUA. So be careful of that. It has to be COVID has to directly impact you, not your family members. Unless they got COVID-19. That actually is another category. On Uber, still unable to log into PUA. I was approved days ago. I still reset the password. No phone number to help, no email. Ani, awful. I know this is a problem in several states. I absolutely know that this is a problem. These password resets are a joke in some states. They literally lock you out in a second, and then you can't get back in, and no one answers the phone. I would just stay with it. I've seen your comment before, and I feel for you. Johnny Finley, I received an email from attorneys in Florida, and they verify they'll be determining what actions they should take. Interesting, Johnny. Keep us up to date. Michelle Steva, I have a question for you. I was told since I'm an independent contractor still working a regular job, I will qualify for PUA since I lost my independent contractor gig. Someone I know got approved for PUA and still has her full-time job since she was an Uber driver and lost 90% of her business, and she still qualified for this in Florida. I live in Las Vegas, trying to figure this out as anything. So I don't know if I understand your question because it sounds in one breath that you're an Uber driver and lost 90% of your business, or your friend. So let me answer it this way. If you are an Uber driver and that is your only gig, and you lost 90% of your business because of COVID-19, yeah, you can apply for PUA. You are an independent contractor and you qualify under the last prong of PUA, which is impacted partially because of COVID-19. You don't have to lose all your business. You have to lose partial amount of your business. Now, the fact that this mixture of independent contractor and regular job, be very, very careful about that. I don't know the answer. You need to really refer to the unemployment's website. It is not in the spirit of PUA that you have a full-time job paying you money, but you have your independent contractor job has been impacted. Please read it carefully before deciding what to proceed with. Amy Perkins, Lydia 6-day turnaround for Ohio. So here we go. A new website for PUA went live last Tuesday, claimed weeks last Friday. Money with retro pay loaded by Monday. Thank you, Ohio, for the help. Well, thank you, Amy, tuning in. Appreciate your comments. Cindy Rupp. Hello from Wisconsin. Oh, well, hello, Wisconsin. We applied for PUA April 21 and still have not heard anything. It says they received the application may take 30 days or longer. What is up with that? That is her comment, and that is my comment as well. What is up with that? Wisconsin? Awful. Awful. April, and you haven't paid people a penny? And people don't understand why they get upset with the federal government or the local government or state government? It's just disgraceful. If you are watching this video and you have comments to today's video, drop them below before Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we may feature them in tomorrow's video. As always, you can jump into our live chat, generally recorded after these tapings on Monday if you have other questions. But as always, stay with LALATE for more.